predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Today, having a little bit of trouble with Instagram. They're limiting the amount of times I can go live there, I guess. So there won't be an Instagram live today, unfortunately. So we still got TikTok and we got the live on the main channel here. We got 5 people already in the chat. Okay, just a little bit of housekeeping for everybody. Just a reminder that we go live here on this channel on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 o'clock a.m. Central. Okay, and Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 o'clock p.m. Central. Okay, so put that in your calendars. I'll put a little reminder that'll help everybody remember when I go live. Okay, so let's get started.
TikTok has a question.
Oh, when am I gonna die? Maybe we should discuss that in a personal reading. Of course, if you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to the information in the description below and email me, and we'll set up a time for when you're going to be passing on, which probably something you don't really want be known, okay, on a live stream. So let's start off with the chime. A lot of negative things going on around the world. Let's clear that out. Okay. Make everything a little bit better as we go forward. Okay. Let's have a look at the first thing that we're going to look at is Dent coin. Now, this is the Dent, not Denta coin. It's Dent coin. Okay. It's the cell phone cryptocurrency. Okay, so Dent coin. Somebody in my chat was asking about Dent coin. Okay, lots of people coming on. Hello, Peter. Hello, AC. People already have their questions. That's good. So we're looking at Dent coin. Okay, not to be confused by Denta coin. Okay, and we're going to be hopefully covering that one as well today. It's a little confusing, okay, because they're very similar names, and that does happen in the cryptocurrency land itself. So this is for Dent coin, the cell phone provider. They're building things in the background, of course, as most cryptocurrency platforms are doing. The focus is a little to the side for whatever reason going forward, as they're trying to become a thing bigger than the providers that are already out there. Okay, the money is going to be coming full circle, but it's going to take a long journey, probably past April or so. We're also looking at a lot of the people that are involved with it. There's some good people coming in and getting rid of the smoke and the mirrors that have been happening for the last little while. Okay. And they're going to have a worldwide reach coming up very soon in the next 3 months' time. But that price is going to be, like most of the other cryptocurrencies, is going to be trading sideways until at least after April or so. Okay. So that's Dent coin, or Dent coin, right? It gets a little confusing because you got 2 coins that have similar spellings and stuff. So Peter was asking, can you do a reading on the Defcon? It's 2. We're at Defcon 2. A lot of that, you have to remember, smoke and mirrors. Okay. It's just rhetoric from the mainstream media. It's when you actually look at what's going on there, it's not as dangerous as they're saying. Okay, especially for us in the Western world. So let's have a look at that. Defcon 2. So Defcon 2, that whole scenario of going into World War III and all that sort of stuff, it's of course not going to be happening on that grand scale that everybody thinks it's going to be happening. They're just going to be using that fear tactic in the news to get out of the cookie mandates and all that. We got to be careful what we say here on YouTube and other platforms. It's going to be a long, drawn-out procedure as everybody's looking very, very closely at the situation in that region of the planet. Nobody else is going to be really getting involved because of money. Okay. Especially those Germans, they don't want to get involved in that because they get a lot of their energy from Russia. Okay. And we're seeing that it's a good mix to keep everybody afraid of what's going on. I was talking to a friend at work. His family, well, he's originally from Ukraine, and he was calling his mom and his brother and his friend that are still living there. And they're saying a lot of the things that you're seeing on the news are not true. Okay. So what else can we say about Defcon 2? It's just smoke and mirrors at this, and it's going to continue to be more and more smoke and mirrors as we go along. And of course, people are going to be seeing through this sort of thing. Okay. You're welcome, Peter. No problem. So somebody was asking about ANKR. Okay, no problem. AC. Yeah, today I was watching JSNIP 4 with John Claude, and they're reminding us that of the prophet, the sleeping prophet Edgar Cayce, what he said about Russia way back when Edgar Cayce was a thing, okay, which is like back in the 30s and 40s. He wrote about this time period, and he said that Russia would be the thorn in the side of the Western world and the banking cartel. Okay. He is going to be the one that collapses the evil or part of the evil. Okay. Even though Putin himself is not an angel, okay, he's the right man for the job of uncovering a lot of the evil things going on. It's part of digging up the roots of the evil tree, right? You can't just chop down the tree. You got to expose those roots, okay? And that you got to chop up those roots, expose the roots to finally kill off that tree, okay? And Putin has that part to play. And if you read the old Edgar Cayce, which I'm a big fan of, he mentions that where Putin is doing the right thing. No matter what they say on the news, Putin is doing the right thing. Okay? So we were going to do, before I get too off topic, ANKR. Bring that back up on my screen. ANKR for my assistant to the side here. My technical advisor. Things that keep things running in the background. So let's have a look at ANKR. So ANKR is going through its a little bit of trial of things. They got the right mixture of things going on within the platform itself. It's going to be a long journey for most of the cryptocurrencies, right? Well, it'll seem long. It's when you really think of things, it's only been 10, 11 years that cryptocurrencies have been an actual thing. And it's had great strides since then. Going forward for ANKR, it's the money's going to be very good. It's going to be trading sideways until the end of the next huge cycles. Somebody had already mentioned about Woo Woo Dude saying that there's going to be a big crash, and it's going to be a great time to buy. The Ides of March, I think they call it. So March and April are going to be all over the place and dropping and up and down for the next little while. Great time to buy, not financial advice, of course. Okay. But this is a great time to get as much as you can. Well, me and the wife are going to grab as much as we can going forward in this time period. Because the next step, because it's just showing that the traditional market is collapsing. Okay. And they're going to be flailing around on the ocean of money, as you think. You have to think of cryptocurrencies as a little lifeboat on this big river. Whenever the big money starts to crash and burn and all that sort of thing, it's going to topsy-turvy that little life raft everywhere. So that's what you're seeing in the cryptocurrency market right now. That it's going up and down and up and being smashed around. But kudos to cryptocurrency that it can survive and it hasn't sunk yet. Okay. And that's true with ANKR. The same sort of cards keep coming up. Like in the next 3 months, we're going to see a huge uplift. They got the right things going on, and it's going to be the end of a cycle for them and for most other cryptocurrency. A lot of cryptocurrencies are not going to survive this. Okay, the smaller coins, but the bigger ones will, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and many of the top 100 coins are going to do just fine. They're in the top 100 for a reason. Okay, and a lot of the smaller coins are going to be disappearing within this time period. So that was ANKR. Not a bad project to get into. They're going to find that balance, and they're going to be creating a new platform in the next little while. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out with ANKR. What else we got here? We got Quant. Okay. That's another one. QUANT. Cassidy says, good morning. Good morning, Cassidy. Having our morning coffee. Mm-hmm. So let's look at Quant. Cats are sleeping, they're being quiet. They're having their morning nap. So it's good. So Quant seems that they've we're thinking of having some victories at this time, but it kind of fell on its face because of everything going on around the world right now. It's not because of the things that they were doing, but it was relying on everything going smoothly in the world. Okay, and that hasn't happened. They will survive the purge of many of the cryptocurrencies that are out there. They're coming up with new partnerships, which are going to be very beneficial. And it's a great yes that they will get everything together for the next section. I believe this is after April. Okay, we're going to see a lot of huge changes in our world going on. They saved themselves from a little bit of a downturn, and which would have collapsed the entire thing. But with some quick thinking and people doing the right things, they're going to be surviving for the next foreseeable future. And there's going to be a lot of hidden things that are going to be revealed to the people who follow this cryptocurrency. And it's going to be all pretty good. Okay, and of course, not financial advice. If you have a little extra change after you buy your Bitcoin, wink, wink, and maybe some AMP, maybe get some of this Quant. Okay. Okay. Where are we going next? So EnergyX. That was one of the coins that somebody was asking about in my comment sections, which is all over the place. Of course, I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. And Instagram when it's working. And we got TikTok and a couple other places. Okay. So we're doing EnergyX. And if you like a list of the places that I do shows on, look in the description below if you're on YouTube and any of the places that I can have my description thing. And it tells you all the places where I am or can be found. So this is EnergyX going forward. A lot of things kind of topsy-turvy, it looks like. They're going to be having some victories in the price as there's a little release of the oversight. Okay, they were government agencies were looking over things, and I guess they gave them the thumbs up to go forward, and that will give them a little bit of a victory. A lot of things that were hidden will be revealed, but it's going to be a little slow going for the next little while. Okay, well, that 3-month period coming up, which keeps coming up. Now they're going to have to do some rebuilding and rebranding and rethinking of where to go next with their project. Will they survive the purge? Which is a good question. They may be kind of either disappearing or rebranding themselves and coming together with another cryptocurrency. So keep an eye on that, okay? You don't want to be stuck in a lurch when you have a lot of this cryptocurrency and you can't get it out. So keep an eye on that news around EnergyX, okay? And hopefully you can trade it out of there into the new coin or whatever they're transforming themselves into. Okay. Let's see. Woo Dude predicts Ethereum will drop to 408 in March. That'd be a good price, actually, if it does happen. Let's see if the cards predict that. So Ethereum to 408. Okay, 408 for that Ethereum. And what was the timeline on that? It was that was in March. Okay. Some of that's going to be happening. I don't think it's going to go to that level. I think maybe $1,000 or $2,000 approximately. I don't think it's going to get right down to $400, but if it does, it's a great time. There is a downturn that's being revealed in the cards. I don't get exact numbers like Woo Woo do, but I do have this feeling that it is going to go down like many of the other cryptocurrencies at this time, in this time period. But then quickly go right back up. So it's going to be very quick. So if you're quick on the draw, kudos to you. I'm not. Okay. We're just going to see that price go down, and me and the wife are going to go down to the cryptocurrency machine and put some money in and sit on it. Okay. This is a great time for everybody. If you got some spare cash in the back pocket, wait for that price to come down in the next month. And just wait and go to the machine. Or if you have an exchange that you usually use, put the money in there, buy it, and get it out. Right? As Peter would say in our chat, don't leave your cryptos on the exchanges. Okay, unless you're in the middle of a trade. So yes, Cassidy, it will go down to that amount. I'm not sure. I don't think even Woo Woo dude knows the exact prices of things. Okay, he's in the ballpark. So that'd be $408 American. That'd be like $500 to $700 Canadian. I always think in Canadian dollars, not US. So yeah, it'd be around in that price range. Okay.
TikTok actually has a valid question.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. What was the question?
Cookie dough or dildo? Oh. Never mind.
We got jokers on TikTok. Hello, TikTok. Oh boy. Things you can't say on YouTube. You can't say that. You just can't tell the truth.
Oh well.
Oh well. Capel was saying, good morning. Can we have a reading from his crypto portfolio? Okay. The first question is, do you have any legacy coins? All right. Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of those? Litecoin? If not, why not? Yeah, that's what's being revealed in the cards. You have a lot of good ones, but I think you need to focus more on the legacy coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, that sort of thing going forward. And just sit on it for the next little while. A good portion of your cryptocurrencies are just fine. A little bit of anticipation on your. I feel a little bit of. You're not quite sure, and you're kind of wanting to sell right away as soon as the market does something. Stop that. Just relax, buy it, sit on it, ride it out. Unless you need that cryptocurrency right away to pay some bill or something, leave it. Okay? I know people get into this lurch every time when the cryptocurrency market does something. Don't put money in there that you need. Okay? Just put money in there that you don't mind putting away for a rainy day. Okay? And just sit on it. Okay? And don't worry so much about it. I just suggest that you get a little bit more Bitcoin. Okay? At this point in time. Milk Dad asks, good morning. Can you pull a card for March 2nd? Some psychics say that there's a crash that day. I think we already covered that. Yes, there is in that time period. And we just confirmed that for the next 3 months, there's going to be a little bouncy, and there's going to be a bit of, and it's a great time to buy. Okay. If you're quick. Okay. Because it's going to be very boop, boop. So if you're good at doing the the buys and the sells on, if you're into that, awesome stuff. If not, just buy it, sit on it, and don't worry about it. Okay? Because it's like catching a falling knife. Even the best psychic in the world can predict it that closely. Let's get back to the big list of coins. Now, this is BENQI, BENQI. How exactly to pronounce that, I have no idea. But let's just have a quick look at that one. Don't want to not do these coins for the people. So this is BENQI. Okay, so what I'm seeing right off the bat is a lot of things that they were working on are collapsing on themselves for this one. Everything that they said was going to be true is not true, and it's falling flat on its face. A lot of the partnerships that they were building on top of or within the organization have fallen flat, and they've taken the stance of being reserved, okay, and not marching forward. There's a lot of hang-ups, and the thing that the world domination that they're going to thinking of doing will not happen. Fortunately or unfortunately, it could be one of the coins that does not survive. Let's throw some cards to see if they survive the incident. The great incidents of March and April. Yeah, just barely. Okay. It may get sucked into another project or merged or rebranded. I'm picking up just to keep themselves alive. Okay. So hopefully that answers many of the questions on BENQI. And not a lot of the cryptocurrencies are going to survive. Okay. As Warren Buffett would say, when the tide goes out, you're going to say who has their swimming shorts on. Everything looks the same when the tide's up to your waist. But when the tide goes out, you're going to notice who's ready and who's not ready. Who's telling the truth and who's not telling the truth. Okay? So that's going to be part of the great Ides of March, I guess they call it. Okay, so let's do one more from the big list. Okay, it's XIM, XIM. XIM is a lot of things not going right for them for the next 3 months' time. We got the Three of Hearts, or Three of Swords, excuse me, which is not a good card. A lot of that sort of thing. There's the truth and not the truth and everything in between. They were kind of smoke and mirroring everybody into thinking that they were bigger than they actually were. There's a lot of good entities coming in, but they're going to have to take the time out to get rid of the negative entities that are part of that particular cryptocurrency, and everything in the price is going to be collapsing as they become more reserved. And it's not going to be the right mix of people and money at this time. Will it survive? Yeah. I think it might be one that kind of falters in the next little while. to either get absorbed by something else or rebrand itself. Okay, that was XIM going forward. And it's a cryptocurrency that I wouldn't really deal with personally. Okay. So that was part of the big list. Let's have a look at the chats here. Cookie dough aside. Can you review STARS nodes? STRZNODES. STARS. Okay. Why has Google messed with my channel again? That's the person's handle on YouTube. So it's a funny handle. Okay. So this is for STARS. So everything's topsy-turvy for STARS coming up very soon. It seems everything that they were working on is blowing up in their face. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of huge changes coming up for them. And they're going to have very lackluster performance for the next little while. They're going to have a couple little victories within the team itself, but overall, it's going to be wishy-washy and not what people were expecting from this project. Okay, they're going to be failing to deliver on many of the things that they said. What else can we say? There's going to be a lot of oversight and a lot of not good times for the STARS project coming up. Okay? So I'll leave that with everybody. A lot of interesting things going on there. Okay. Cap Hill would like to know personal life this year. Maybe you should book an appointment with me, a personal reading with me for something like that. We can go more to depth with that. Okay, the information's in the description below. Just email me. We'll set up a time and we can go through that. Okay. Don't really want to go into people's personal stuff here on live on the channel. Okay. Oh, at least not in depth. Milk Dud said, woo woo dude said that. Yeah. Polkastarter, please. Okay, Polkastarter. I was sleeping and meowing at the same time. He must be dreaming. So this is Polkastarter. Going through a really rough time. They've come to a complete cycle of what they were trying to work on. They got the right mix of things going on behind the scenes, but there's going to be a change out of some of the personnel that are working on Polkastarter in the background, as it was one of the teams that was infiltrated by the evil guys. Okay, so there's going to be this change of guard for them. Okay, and whenever you change a whole bunch of things, the price goes down. like everything else in the crypto world, everything's going to be going down for the next little while. Will they survive the purge? Yeah, they're going to be surviving that purge. So it's going to be just a matter of patience on the people that are holding this cryptocurrency going forward. Okay. You're going to see a lot of interesting activity within the cryptocurrency itself. And that's, I think, as far as I can go with that. Okay. Without getting too much trouble with the YouTube police. But they will survive. Okay. What else we got here? UFO gaming again. I've talked a couple times about this. Did a few shows on it. Maybe I just refer you to those videos themselves. 17. Yeah. Peter's drinking his coffee in the morning. Cheers. Awesome stuff. Maybe I'll have a little, maybe some sponsor or something that for my favorite coffee, and I'll put in the description. Everybody can buy the same coffee as me, and we'll drink coffee together in the morning. Just an idea. Okay. Which one is better investment, UFO or Starlink? Yeah, that's a different question than what I've already covered. Starlink, I think, is another game, I believe. It's hard to keep up with everything these days going on around the world. It's hard just to keep up with what's happening with Bitcoin sometimes. So this one goes out to NS. Okay, let's see. UFO versus Starlink. UFO token is, out of the two, I think Starlink is going to do much, much better than UFO. Starlink has some connections to the White Hats for whatever reason. Okay. But I believe the vote goes to Starlink overall. Okay. They're both very good cryptocurrencies, I believe, but I think Starlink will be the better of the two. Okay. Not financial advice, of course. But if you only had $100 or whatever to throw in there and you were picking, I'd probably go with the Starlink cryptocurrency itself. Okay. Joe Dobson was asking, good morning, Andre. Read about Telcon. Okay, we're at the half-hour mark, which is good. Good. So this is about Telcon. There's a ton of confusion within the platform itself. There's a lot of balancing and restructuring themselves going forward. The money is going to be a little lackluster, like many of the other cryptocurrencies that are out there. Okay, as we all know. Okay, if you've been watching this show for any length of time, there's a little being careful on how they move forward with the cryptocurrency itself. Because of reasons, and a lot of them are legal, going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of a long journey for many of the people. There's a lot of hang-ups within the team itself on how to move forward, and this is going to be disrupting the entire platform as we go along. Will it survive? Yeah, it'll survive. Got a big Ace of Swords there. That's also already tells me that they're going to be surviving the purge. It's just going to be really rough for them through the purge. So it might be a good time to get some. Not financial advice, of course, while the price is nice and low. Okay. So that was Telcon. When you buy, get it off the exchange. Peter's giving more good advice. Getting that money off the exchanges as quickly as possible. High Vibrations was asking, do you see Shiba dropping 2 zeros this year? If so, when? You meaning going forward or backwards? I'm assuming going forwards. It's what, 0.000009 or something like that. Last time I looked at it. Let's see if it goes down a couple zeros this little time. We'll look at the next 3 months. Okay. Will it do what High Vibrations was suggesting? Okay. It's going to be a lot longer than that 3-month period. It will happen. It's probably going to be beyond that 3-month period, like everything else going on. And then you're going to see this huge explosion in prices everywhere around cryptocurrency world. They got rid of a lot of things that were holding them back. I think it's to do with Ethereum itself, and something that's going to be happening there as well, making it easier to utilize. It's very expensive to do anything on Shiba Inu platform itself, and they charge you for just about everything. Talking to some people that are Shiba Inu fans, a lot of strategization behind the scenes, but it's going to take longer than that 3 months time. Probably April, May, until we get maybe 1 zero off and beyond. Okay. So we got Randall McMurphy. Let's go crypto. Yes. The fawn said that. Just sit on it. It was wisdom from the happy days. Just sit on it. Just buy it, sit on it, and don't worry so much about it, because there's other things to do in our lives than worry about the ups and downs of crypto. Especially if you already have some of those legacy coins, I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, just buy it, sit on it, and get on with life. Okay, just don't keep looking at your phone all the time, looking at like a newbie crypto person like me back a couple years back, checking my phone every 5 seconds. What's the crypto doing now? As you go along, you stop doing that, and I may check it like once a day and go, oh, it went up. Cool. Next day, oh, it went down. Cool, let's go buy some more. So you start to get into that mind thinking as you become more and more involved with cryptocurrencies. Okay. Okay. The wife's taking care of things on TikTok. Awesome stuff. Some monkey business going on there. Super Whittle guy is here. Hey. Says, sorry I'm late. Happy Sunday, and everybody. We got Joe saying, good morning. I don't have an A at the end of my name, just to let you know. That happens more than you think. People, Andrea, okay? I remember going to summer camp one day, or 1 year in the past, and they spelt my name that way, and I was stuck in the girls' cabin.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's horrible, I tell you, because of a misspelling of my name. But unfortunately, the camp counselors figured it out, and they reassigned me to the guys. So, well, it's just a funny story from my past. So it's ANDRE. And if you want to get fancy, it's with the little thing about the E. Okay? Because it is French. I don't speak French, but it is French. And don't get in on my last name. You'll be drowned by vowels. Super Whittle Guy says, here's a good question. How do you see us in the future, 100 years from now? Well, we'll probably gone by that time. But I believe if you're wondering about the population itself, I think we're going to be just fine, doing much, much better than what we're doing now. Okay. And by that time, the last Bitcoin would have been mined. Okay. Because it's 2140 or 2141 will be the last Bitcoin to be mined in that amount of time. And we're going to see great changes from now to then. Now we got to get rid of that evil crap that we've been dealing with for centuries. And that's what's basically happening right now. Once we get rid of that, okay, and exposing the roots, and exposing everybody going on, or all the things going on, we'll be much, much better. Then we got to keep an eye out that it doesn't happen again. Okay? So we'll be fine. We'll still be here. Just not me and Super Whittle Guy won't be here. I'd be like 180 or something in 100 years. But we will be fine. Okay?
Joe says, sorry, autocorrect sucks.
Oh. Okay. But we got a good story out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good, funny story. Dave, the legend, he's legend, says, Sins Finance, please. Okay. Any more monkey business on TikTok? Nope. Good. Got people. We got one person watching from there. Oh, we got two people watching. Hello, people from TikTok. Oh, they disappeared. I think they're a little shyer on TikTok than they're not used to somebody talking on TikTok. If you go to some of these TikTok live channels, it's just somebody sitting there like this.
That's their specialty.
That's their specialty. So maybe they're a little, oh, this person's talking. He's waving his arms around and making jokes. But let's look at Sins Finance. Same with Instagram, I find. They're a little bit more lively there in their live stuff. But there's a lot of people who just sit there and they just sit there and be quiet. Interesting. This is Sins Finance going forward for the next 3 months. A lot of the people are going to be leaving the project for whatever reason. There's a lot of government things going on behind the scenes, a lot of strategies that didn't pan out for them, and too much focus on negative things going on. and not looking at positive things going forward. The money will be like everything else as we're going through this transition. Let's just throw some cards to see if they survive. Yeah, they'll survive just barely. They may have to rebrand and regroup everything and that sort of thing. So keep an eye if you have coins in that cryptocurrency. Just keep an eye and see if they don't change the coin. Sometimes cryptocurrencies will do that. They'll take the existing coin and change it into something else. Just keep an eye out for that. Yeah. Maybe hold off on this one if you haven't gotten into it quite yet. If you have some, keep an eye on the if they're switching out the coin to something else. That happens quite frequently, actually, as they try to regroup and redo everything. Okay. So that was for Dave the Legend. Joe asked, did Warren Buffett buy $1 billion in Bitcoin? Well, according to the news, he did. Okay. So take it for what it is from them. Let's just throw some cards down to see if he did. Okay. I keep forgetting that we could just ask the cards. Okay. If we don't know for sure.
Someone on TikTok says hi.
Oh, hello. TikTok. No monkey business. Okay. We actually talk here on this channel, so don't be alarmed. Okay, so right now, so my new friend on TikTok, we're looking at, did Warren Buffett buy $1 billion of Bitcoin from the cards? And the answer to that question is a definite yes. He has been doing that for quite some time. I know he's saying it's rat poison. Okay, way back when. A lot of these big money guys were talking it down for quite some time. JB Diamond, I think is his name. It's rat poison. It's not. It's worse than tulips and all this sort of thing. Now they're getting into it and offering it to their clients who have a lot of money. Okay. So that tells you everything you need to know about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies going forward. That yes, they've been getting into it for a long time. Even Warren Buffett, but they will keep quiet about it. And they will lie about it, okay, to frighten everybody out of the market. So the price comes down and they can grab a whole bunch of it, okay, for themselves at a good price. Okay, they buy low, they sell high, like you're supposed to be doing. When the market is greedy, this is Warren Buffett himself saying this, when the market is greedy, be afraid. And when the market is afraid, be greedy. So you got to switch your mind around. So when we're going to have this big downturn in the price of cryptocurrencies coming up very soon, be greedy. Okay? When everybody's, yay, Bitcoin, and they give advice and all this sort of thing, be afraid. Okay? Take some profit, basically. Don't sell your entire thing, but take some profit at that time when everybody's feeling good about it. Okay? So, yes, he did. And he's been buying all along. He just hadn't made it public until now. Okay? Okay. Oh, we're getting close to the hour. I'm going to take a quick look, see if anybody did a 3-card reading before we go. Don't want to miss out on those because those are important. Everything else is just crypto, usually. Peter's laughing. Joe said the autocorrect sucks. No 3-card reading. Oh, Tiffany wants a 3-card reading. There we go. We'll do that. And Super Whittle Guy would like a 3-card reading. So this is a 3-card reading for Tiffany in the YouTube. Let's see what we got for Tiffany. A lot of the things that were hidden from you are going to be coming into view. And it's going to make you feel very, very sad coming up. You're going to be overcoming that in no time flat. I'm going to have to do a 4th card to give me more information. I believe it's about a friendship that you were working on, and they weren't forthcoming with all the things that they were. Okay? And once you figure out all these things that were hidden from you, it's going to make you feel sad at first. And then it's going to make you feel much, much better about the relationship because they became honest with you. Okay? And I think from there, once you get through that little bit of a cycle with them, okay, you're going to be pretty good friends after that. Okay? So whatever it is that you have with this other person, it's going to be changing abruptly. And then it's going to be blossoming into something even better. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Super Whittle Guy. He's one of my favorite guys here on YouTube. 3-card reading for my finances the next 3 months. Pretty please. If you have time. We'll make a little time for you. The only thing I have to say is make sure you get some Bitcoin, Ethereum, because we're going to see some losses from some of the choices that you made. Overall, there's some good ones in there that you have, but not all of them. So to balance that out, we're going to have to get a little bit more of the legacy coins for the next 3 months. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and anything along those lines that's in that top 100 coins. Okay. I think you should. I'm suggesting that you get some of those coins. Okay. And instead of some of these unknown little coins, start to get into the bigger coins. Okay. And you'll be just fine. Don't bank on everything on these smaller coins because a lot of them are going to go away. Okay. So get some of those bigger coins. Okay. Even if you get a little bit, like $50 a Bitcoin or something like that, then your whole thing will improve greatly. Okay. Hopefully that helps you. Okay, we got 2 minutes. I'm going to, guess, close it up. Always grateful for everybody that's come out. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Instagram working today. That's okay. And we had a little bit of monkey business on TikTok. Okay, that's fine. The wife took care of that. So, always grateful for everybody that comes out. Always grateful for the people that are donating down below. If you like a personal reading from me, go into the description below and there's information there. If you like a personal reading, just email me or message me in however way that you can. Make sure that you join me on all the other platforms. You never know which one will disappear at any moment. That's the truth of today's society. So if I'm Rumble and Twitter and TikTok and all that sort of thing, maybe I was thinking of doing something more special on each different platform. Haven't figured out exactly how I was going to do that. Okay, so just close it off. Always grateful to have you here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.